Speaker, sir, under rules of procedure and conduct of business, I may be permitted to enclose annexure to start LFQ number 5A tabled by Honorable Member Sri Rohan Khote.
Speaker, sir, under Rule 49(2), Rules of Procedure of Conduct of Business, I may be permitted to postpone unstar LAQ number 116 to the next session as the information is bulky.
Next session. Under Rule 49(2), Speaker sir, I may be permitted to postpone the unstar question number 37 on 17th.
आता आम्ही पुढे धुकलेलो प्रश्न 30 एप्रिल 2013 ह्या दिसा आशिल्लो पयलींचो तो आता आयच्या खातीर घेतलेलो आसा. श्री पांडुरंग मडकयकार. बरें. फुडलो प्रश्न.
Sir, I'll just correct it. It is to the next session, not 17th.
नेक्स्ट सेशन.
Next session is too lengthy.
श्रीमती जेनिफर मोन्सेरात.
Be permitted to ask question 1B.
1B.
तर छापील प्रमाणे.
Speaker, sir, I would like to know if there is any mechanism adopted by the Home Department to track foreigners' stay in the state. Are we totally dependent on the Ministry for Home Affairs? What is the procedure followed by the FRO, and who is the registered officer appointed by the central government?
Speaker sir, the प्रश्न आशिल्लो instruction issued by Home Department. ताका उत्तर दिता आसतना ब्युरो ऑफ इमिग्रेशन इंस्ट्रक्शन दिता. FRO आसा पळय ते लोकल पुलिसीचे आसता. त्यामुळे फॉरेन रजिस्ट्रेशन ऑफिस इज मॅन्ड बाय लोकल पुलीस, but the rules and regulations are controlled by the central government. We can't change the rules and regulations. The act is under central government, but the mechanism of recording everything is done by the local police under the central guidelines.
Okay, I would like to know if there is any record maintained by the department about the number of inspection conducted by the beat staff, officers, and LIB staff. I'd asked that question, I did not get any reply to that.
Which question?
Please check D, E, and F.
Speaker sir, the answer is there. The beat staff officer, LIB staff regularly visit, checks the hotel, guest houses, etc. and instruct them to fill C forms of the foreigners residing in the hotels. म्हणजे पोरूच्या वर्सा गेल्या 3 वर्सांक 16 केशी बुकूय जाल्या फॉर नॉट फायलिंग सी फॉर्म, आणि गेल्या 4 वर्सांक सी फॉर्म 2010 3,32,212 फायल जाल्या, 2011 3,28,356 जाल्या, 2012 2,90,905 जाल्या, आणि 2013 30 तारखेपर्यंत सप्टेंबराच्या 2,27,180 सी फॉर्म फायल जाल्ले आसा.
So have there been any violations, and what are the actions taken if the establishment had not produced the C forms?
16 cases we have booked the cases where we found that they have not filed a C form. बाकी लक्षान येवची पडटा, कोणे फायल करून ना जाल्यार तरूच ते फायल करपाक येता केस. जी कितें आमी चॅक केल्या तातूंतल्यान 16 केसी फायल केल्या.
And what is the punishment as per law?
Violation fine of 500 rupees.
Only 500. That is per C
violation.
form, per
violation.
श्री रोहन खवटे.
Sir, not finished. Just one
Just
more.
one more.
Yes. I'd like to ask another another question. In cases of prostitution happening, and there have been instances when foreigners have come in on different names, or they come in with a male person and register as Mr. and Mrs. What action will you take in this regards, and are you aware of this?
Because जर ते प्रॉस्टिट्यूशन आसत जाल्यार ते सिता एक्टा सकयल येतले किंवा अन्य इमॉरल ट्रॅफिकिंग एक्टा सकयल येतले. इट डज नॉट कम अंडर दीस पर्टिक्युलर प्रोविजन. दीस provision is for registration of a foreigner checking in a registered guest house. It is not there also for foreigner staying with a friend or a foreigner staying with a private person. It is for in hotels, foreigner registered. I cannot go and I cannot ask for every foreigner to come with the certificate of marriage along with. Plus, there may be different laws in different countries. We cannot enforce them, and this particular section does not take care of. For that, a separate question, how many foreigners are arrested for this kind of activities, can be asked.
Shri Rohan Khavte.
Speaker sir, a related question sir. Form C normally becomes the responsibility of the foreigners. I mean, तांचे बरपाक आनी हॉटेलाची रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आसता बरोवन घेवपाची. थंय खंयच mechanism ना when it comes to domestic people. People who are staying in unregistered hotels, guest houses, as paying guests, neither the Tourist Trade Act, which is of 1982, has any provisions, नाल्यार म्हाका दिसता Police Act खंय ना. तातूंत जी सादी हॉटेलां आसा ते फ्रंट ऑफिस सादो एकटो भुरगो आसता आनी तूं थंय हांव वचून थंय बरयलो अमिताभ बच्चन म्हणून तो अमिताभ बच्चन म्हणून घेता आनी चल्लो तो. He doesn't know who the fellow is. This is the way the things are happening as far as the state is concerned. Honorable CM also has on record that there has been an intelligence failure as far as the state is concerned. Intelligence failure जाल्ले आसा आनी तातूंत यासीन भटकळाची सारकेली केस जो मनीस कर्नाटकाच्यान दुबय वता 2005 थंयच्यान कसो तरी पाकिस्तानाक वता, बालोचिस्तानाक ट्रेनिंग घेता 2000 सन, परत दुबय येता, की frequents India, gets married in Delhi, goes and settles in Nepal, and then suddenly is found somewhere in Anjuna.
प्रश्न विचार प्रश्न.
He becomes a Indian national, foreigner nito. So what is the most basic question is, what is the procedure or policy that the state of Goa or the government is planning to adopt or has adopted to prevent such threats coming out of people who are militants or jihadis, basically Indian nationals, but traveling throughout, coming and staying here in Goa, and तांची आयडेंटिटी खंयच कोणाक मेळना. हाजेर गव्हर्नमेंटान कितें केला विचार?
स्पीकर सर, सरकार दोन गजाली करता. प्रश्न आसा तो फॉरेनर्सांचो सी फॉर्माचो आहा. यासीन भटकळ इज एन इंडियन नॅशनल. ही मे बिलोंग टू मुजाहिदीन or IM, but he is basically an Indian national, and therefore if he stays in a hotel, he has not stayed in a hotel, and that is not during, as reported in many papers, it is not during this government time. What was reported and what Mickey had raised were two separate incidents. That was Anjuna in 2011, just before the election. January, February 2012 and November, December 2011. So it is before this government took place, he stayed there. ताज्या मागीर तो गोंयान एंट्री येवं ना अशें रिपोर्ट आहा. पण जो पण इंडियन रावता, हीज आयडेंटिटी हॅज टू बी रेकॉर्डेड बाय द हॉटेल्स. दुसरें म्हणजे यासीन भटकळचें जे कितें पेपराचेर आयलां तें सगळें ताजेर वचूं नाका, बिकॉज इट इज एन NIA केस. It is not investigated by local police. So officially ताजे डिटेल्स ना. These are some प्रश्न विचारतकूच लोकांक कळटा पळय ते लोकां कडच्यान कळलेली म्हायती आहा. NIA ऑफिशियली अजून आमकां कांय कळूं ना. इनफॉर्मली कितें कळ्ळां तें तुका हांवें सांगलें टायम पिरियड. What is important is for Indians, the hotel is supposed to keep the identity. We will ensure that they keep the identity of the person with them. But I cannot expect a hotel to verify the identity every time they get it unless there is a suspicion. फाल्यां जर तूं कोणें बोगसूच आयडेंटिटी तयार केल्या जाल्यार हाव डू यू ब्लेम द हॉटेल फॉर इट अनलेस देर इज सम सस्पिशन रेज. त्यामुळे हाजेर हॉटेल आयडेंटिटी प्रत्येकाची हे करता. इनफॅक्ट सी फॉर्म ऑल्सो वी आर मेकिंग एफर्ट्स टू पुट इट ऑन इंटरनेट e-portal, and the training is scheduled, I think, tomorrow by Tourism Department and NIC has both together scheduled training for CFOM also. We can make similar conditions for hotels to load them identity of every person staying to load on a police portal or
आमचो फक्त इश्यू येवंक शकता जंय हॉटेल नाल्यार गेस्ट हाऊस और पेईंग गेस्ट जेन्ना मनीस येवन रावता there is no sequence of identification. Neither are these people registered under the Tourist Act, neither are they registered with the Department of Tourism. They are just guest houses or people who give villas on rent.
It's okay.
हाका कितें मेकॅनिझम आसतलो आनी तुमी काडटले काय
टुरिजम डिपार्टमेंटा बरोबर तांच्यांनी रजिस्टर करूंक जाय. जर ते रजिस्टर केले ना जर तूं जाल्यार इट इज इल्लिगल. आनी 144 सकयल भाड्याक जांकां दवरता पळय तांच्यांनी आपलें डिक्लेअर करूंक जाय. अजून पर्यंत आमी मोठ्या प्रमाणाचेर केसी फायल करूं ना वायलेशनच्यो. येणाऱ्या काळांत सेक्युरिटीचो कॉन्सेप्ट तकलेन धरून म्हाका दिसता होय नोट लोकांनी घेवचो जे कोण भाड्याक दवरता ते. म्हाका एक तक्रार आयली मडकयची शाळे म्हऱ्यान कोणे तरी 10-12 भाड्याक दवरल्या आनी ते अशे टकामका करून शाळेन पळयत आसता भुरग्यांक चलयांक. हांवें पुलिशीक धाडले तो पर्यंत गांवकारांनी म्हाका दिसता ते प्रेशर घालून ताका ते वेकेट करूंक लायले. सो वी शूड बी केअरफूल. सम इजी मनी वी शूड नॉट कीप एनी वन हू इज सगळेच कितें पुलीस करूंक शकतले अशें न्हय. पण हाज्या फुडें जर तूं हें जालें अशा प्रकारचे वायलेशन जालें जाल्यार देर मायट बी केसीस बुक्ड. दोज पीपल मे बी बुक्ड अंडर रेलेवंट सेक्शन.
पयलीं चार्ल्स शोभराज जालो
रोहन
आतां
खंवटे.
भटकळ हे मेळे हाजे कितलेशेच आसतले जे मेळचे.
विजय सरदेसाय.
This is a matter of public awareness. People should realize that people who come and stay, unknown persons, they may become a danger to the person who is where they are staying also.
Because sir, the Chief Minister has said that Yasin Bhatkal is not a foreign national, therefore this does not apply. I want to draw the attention of the House
This
to
question is
David Headley.
एकूच मिनिट,
He was the mastermind of the Mumbai blast
Hey,
that
ekut
took
minute,
place.
ekut
तो गोंयांत
minute.
रावन गेल्लो.
एक minute. This particular question is pertaining to foreigners.
Yeah, so I am asking about a
No,
foreigner.
that is why I said that Yasin Bhatkar does not come under the purview of this question.
So I am asking a question of a person who comes under the purview of this question. The person is David Headley. He was the mastermind of the attacks which took place on the Taj Hotel. कसाब म्हणतो हँग जालो तो ताजे खातीर. ताणें अमेरिकन एजन्सीक दिल्लें आहा की आपूण नॉर्थ गोंयच्या कोस्टल एरियान एक हॉटेलान रावलो. This is a book which is published. Form C was not recorded. There are several instances where pedophiles have been having base in Goa, which is why it is on the internet and the name of brand Goa is getting spoiled. In such cases, my pointed question is, what is the action government took on the defaulting police officer who was supposed to note down these C forms, or on the tourism department officials who were under the Tourist Trade Act, all the hotels are supposed to be registered under them. What action have you taken?
Because sir, जबाबदारी हॉटेलाची आसता सी फॉर्म फायल करपाची. इट इज फॉर इन्फॉर्मेशन टू द पुलीस. द हॉटेल आय सेड 500 रुपीज फायन दवरला. वी वील रिप्रेझेंट टू सेंट्रल गव्हर्मेंट टू इन्क्रीज दॅट फायन. आनीक गजाल आसा, एखादो मनीस आयलो आनी रावून गेलो तो फॉरेनर म्हणून कसो वळखुपाचो. देर आर गोवन्स हू लूक लायक फॉरेनर्स अँड देर आर फॉरेनर्स हू लूक लायक इंडियन्स. आतां पाकिस्तानी येवन रावलो तो जर तूं कोंकणी
Because
उलोवंक
David Headley म्हणतो गोरेलो is a Pakistani American terrorist, does not look like a Goan.
Speaker, sir, I just want to intervene. The reason is very simple. Even if I go and stay in a hotel in Bombay, where I have been staying for several times, I am asked to produce an identity card, either driving license, Aadhaar card, or anything like that. I think we should make mandatory because
Speaker sir,
Maharashtra government has
हांव
done it.
एक काम करता की वी वील इशू सिरीज ऑफ एडवर्टाइजमेंट एंड फ्रॉम 1st December we will ensure that every hotel maintain the record of every guest which stays there. After that, if they violate these conditions, there will be severe action taken against the concerned hotels.
It's not so much the five-star hotels, then it's the guest houses and
We will take action against them also.
Yeah, all
Why we are going through